All right.
Okay.
Today we are back with another Attack on Titan reaction video. In Jordan, we are on episode number 9 of season 4.
Yes,
and I feel like a broken record, but I will continue to say it. So much happened in the past few episodes.
It did, man. A lot of action and death.
Right. Information overload, emotional roller coasters, just battle after battle.
Yeah.
Right? Crazy.
Crazy. Yeah. It was hard to keep up even on the rewatches of the past 3 episodes.
Yeah.
It was so quick. I had to rewind a lot of times because I missed like minor details. And I took screenshots here and there. The one screenshot I did take, if I could pull that up real quick, Jared, was a screenshot showing us the exact moment that the big weapon that it looked like after rewatching Lara, the Warhammer Titan, the previous Warhammer Titan, summoned. And it went through Eren.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. Oh, she actually did create that weapon. At least that's what it looked like after rewatching. So many scenes like this that were just very violent, very bloody, and so quick.
Yeah.
And that was nonstop the past 3 episodes.
Yeah. And did you happen to take any screenshots of our guy Armin and the other blondie?
I didn't. I didn't.
Yelena. Because yet again, our face blindness kicked in.
Yeah.
I saw some people asking, okay, well, did you hear the voice differences?
Yeah.
Nope. We didn't. So, but now we know, right? Queen Historia, and it only makes sense, right? There's no way they would allow Queen Historia to go on this airship, right, into the heart of the battle.
Yeah.
So we have Armin and Yelena, right?
Yelena, who I believe we learned in one of the episodes, is a devout follower of Zeke.
Right. So, and that was Peek who said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is going on there?
Yeah.
And are we going to learn more about that?
Right.
Because you have all these new characters. Yelena Onyankopon? I don't know. The brother.
Something like that.
The brother. Whose voice, I will say, in dub, he just had one quick line.
Yeah.
I think he said something like, I got it, Hanji. He's like, I got it, Hanji. I liked his voice in dub. I know we're rocking with the sub here, but yeah, bunch of new characters. Hopefully we learn more about them.
All right. I cannot freaking wait for what lies ahead. I mean, the last episode ended with Gabi and Falco.
Crazy.
Up in the airship.
Crazy, man.
Unfortunately, Sasha, one of our favorite characters, is dead. But the way that Isayama sort of allowed us to laugh and grieve just a little bit when Sasha died was beautiful. We have seen so many characters die in the past few episodes, and we just have to keep moving on, right? There's no time to grieve. But with Sasha, right, we were able to laugh a little bit and grieve slightly.
Similar to Eren. Eren was able to laugh a little bit, but also grieve at the same time. As we've seen before from him. Yeah, man. I don't know what else to say. Should we start this discussion?
Yes, sir.
All right. The first thing that I wrote down, this comes from episode number 6 of season 4.
Okay.
Was the quote that Magath told Willie. Or it's some words he told to Willie. And he said, there's no doubt that Eldians are spawn of the devil. And there's no doubt that we are devils ourselves. So I felt like that truly encapsulated what is going down in these most recent episodes. We are seeing everybody act out in sort of a devilish way, right? Because you have to go there. And it brought me right back to what Flock I think I mentioned this in one of the episodes, what Flock was saying on that rooftop about Erwin, how he's a devil because the Titans are devils.
Yeah.
I forget exactly how it goes.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah. And I know we did, or I may have compared Willie to Erwin in one of the last episodes. And our patrons actually had a pretty interesting discussion.
Oh, yeah, they did.
About that.
Yeah.
Yeah, on both sides.
Yep.
And that's what it's about. I loved reading both sides of the argument.
Yeah.
And I believe our patron Randy Flash brought up the idea that Willie and Erwin are essentially mirrors of each other.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we learned more about Erwin, so we are going to like him more. We're going to see him in a different way than we see Willie.
Right.
Right? And there are things about Willie that obviously I think each and every one of us completely despise.
Right.
But the fact, I think I compared the fact that they were both willing to die for what they believed in. That's the biggest thing that I see.
Yeah.
As like, oh, snap. Like, okay, that's that mirror effect that our patron Randy was talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'd say regardless of whether or not we like either character, right? An argument can be made if you analyze their actions, their words. I know Willie only got a small bit of time, right, in this series, but if you analyze their actions, analyze their words, I think you see some similarities, right? And obviously one may be morally better than the other, but
yeah, man, everybody should go read Randy's conversation he was having with a few other patrons about this issue, because it was very, very thought out, and I feel like it got at the heart of the issue.
Yeah.
All right, so that was Willie Tiber, who is no longer with us. Lara Tiber is no longer with us as well.
Oof.
Because she is currently inside of the stomach and body of the one and only Eren. And that made me wonder, does that mean Eren now inherits her abilities, but maybe needs to learn how to use them?
Yeah.
Is that what that means? Because Eren currently has 3 Titans.
Yeah.
He's the Attack Titan, the Founding Titan, and now the Warhammer Titan.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's uncharted waters, right? We haven't seen any character up until this point inherit 3 different Titans. So, yeah, that'll be interesting moving forward.
Right. Another thing, I mentioned this when we were sitting here the first time watching these episodes, Eren's ability to calmly deduce his surroundings, what was going on around him, the weaknesses and attack points of the Warhammer Titan. Same thing with the Jaw Titan. Same thing with Cart. He's just very aware of his surroundings and calm. And the way, like you said, he ripped out that umbilical cord.
Yep.
It looked like from the ground.
And just, can I say one thing about that?
Absolutely.
I believe one of our patrons pointed this out, but it was the moment, I believe, that the Jaw Titan scratched the hardening, the outer core of the Warhammer Titan, that Eren made that deduction.
Yeah.
Right? So think about if that didn't happen. Right? Maybe Eren would have found out some other way. Like, all these pieces go together.
Yeah.
I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, great point. The scene where Sasha decided not to shoot Gabby.
Oh, yeah.
Hit 10 times harder.
Oh, yeah.
Not that she should have shot Gabby, but it's ironic and crazy how it came back and it took Sasha's life.
Yep.
Right? If Sasha had shot in Gabby, not saying she should have, Sasha would probably still be here.
Yeah.
So that scene was eerie. And then just one more thing, and I'll end on this, brother. This whole Zeke working with the Eldians on parody side of things is completely new to us. And I'm truly hoping that over the course of the next few episodes, they're going to hash that out.
Yeah.
And we'll learn more about how that developed, what's going on there. But there were 2 conversations that stuck out to me rewatching this last episode. One was between Levi and Zeke, and Levi at one point told Zeke, and they were arguing about, okay, improv, and Zeke was saying, Yeah, even though you still want to kill me, just banter. Levi said to Zeke, I'm the type of person who saves the best bite for last. I like to savor the taste.
Yeah.
And crazy theory, crazy conjecture. And I'm willing to be 100% wrong about this. But it made me wonder, is Levi going to eat Zeke to inherit the Beast Titan? Because Zeke only has 1 year left.
Yeah.
Even though that would mean that he wouldn't have the true abilities of the Beast Titan because he doesn't have royal blood.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's just the way he phrased those words. I'm the type of person who saves the best bite for last. Someone's got to inherit the beast, right?
Yeah.
That's a powerful dude.
Yeah.
And then very lastly, Zeke said this to Hanji after Eren got done talking about, we bought ourselves some time. Zeke said to Hanji and the rest of them, but now we have the founding Titan and a Titan with royal blood.
Right.
The cost of those sacrifices will be paid through Eldia's freedom. So, very powerful line from Zeke.
Right.
And it seems to be a very true line because we know that the founding Titan plus a Titan with royal blood equals a whole lot of power.
Yeah, great points. And on that last point, particularly Zeke using the word we. We have the founding Titan. Who the hell is we, Zeke?
Yeah.
Right? Crazy.
Yeah.
All right, great points, Jordan.
What you got, dog?
So beginning with episode 6, the shock on Peak's face, seeing the Titan zoom by using their ODM gear. And I don't know if you remember that moment, but she said, there's no way. How'd they get here? You remember that?
In the 6th episode?
Yeah, episode 6. Like the scouts were just... It's like, there's no way. How'd they get here?
Okay.
That made me incredibly proud of the scouts, right? To see how far they have come and how fearless they are now and grown. The Warhammer, and a lot of our patrons pointed this out, the Warhammer said, Usurper Eren Yeager, before you die, do you have any last words?
Yeah.
And those were her last words.
Ironic.
Based on what Mikasa said to Eren about killing so many civilians and not being able to take any of this back, and then also how they treated Eren when he returned to the airship, it seems like this entire thing, this entire plan was Eren's. Right? And I know Concepts 94 had a nice comment about this, right? Like Eren went rogue, and being the founding Titan, or having the founding Titan power, he knew that they would come, like he would lead them to Marley.
Right.
Which, again, we don't know much about the plan or the story, but it may have been Eren's only way. So, yeah, that's interesting. It's crazy, as you mentioned, that Sasha came face to face with Gabi in episode 6 and had the heart not to kill her. Oof.
Same with Lobov. Lobov had a shot too.
When Porco said to himself, can't you see I'm a Titan?
Yeah.
Are a bunch of humans about to come and kill me?
Yeah.
It really puts into perspective the power of the scouts, especially the Ackermans. And also it made me realize that Marley, Jordan, right, when we see them injecting people, Eldians, with Titan fluid and pushing them over the wall, right, they inadvertently have been training those on Parity for this very moment, right, sending all the pure Titans to their walls over the past several decades.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy.
And then some points about episode 7. Again, Jordan, if you are telling me that Zeke has been acting this entire time, then somebody better give that man an Academy Award. Give that man an Academy Award. Because this has been impeccable, right? Up until this last encounter between the Beast and Levi, right? Making everybody think it's real.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say about that, right? Until we find out more, I am so intrigued about how they teamed up.
Yeah.
And what's happening there. When Armin transformed, it was the first time that the Marleyan warriors finally found out or confirmed for themselves that the colossal titan powers were stolen, right? And rather than Bertolt just being killed. Right? I
didn't think about that.
Yeah, I can't recall who, but right when Armin transformed, there was like a momentary shock or a realization that, oh, Bertolt's powers were stolen.
From the people on the ship, or
I can't remember. It may have been the Peak or someone like that.
Okay.
And then our patron Jay Jordan had a wonderful comment. He said, Season 3 Armin wants to see the sea. Season 4 Armin nukes it. Right, just the drastic change.
Yeah.
From season 3 to season 4.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I told you, Jared, our patrons are undefeated.
Yes.
With their comments.
Eren using the Jaw Titan to bite and eat the Warhammer Titan was unreal. It was definitely not in any of our bingo cards, but it was one of the most brilliant strategies that we've seen thus far.
Yeah.
And then some points from episode 8. Sasha Jordan was talking about food and eating right up until the very end. Right? She asked, are we eating soon? Before she got shot.
Yeah.
When she was talking with Connie and them. Are we eating soon?
Yeah.
And then she asked the same thing after she got shot. Right? With her final words being meat.
Meat.
Rest in peace, you beautiful soul. The conversation between Gabi and Falco was very enlightening. There was a conversation early on in this episode where Falco said their home was trampled too.
Yes.
That's why. Our warriors attacked them years ago and killed lots of people. This is just revenge. And then Gabi asked Falco, so did you see that happen? And Falco replied, well, no, I didn't. And Gabi says, neither did I, Falco. Right? And that's just like right there, that was a moment where I just thought of the old adage or whatever you want to call it, right? You have to see it to believe it.
Yep.
Right? Just because Gabi didn't see it, right? It's like this thing in her brain where she doesn't have to truly believe it.
Yeah.
And that's very dangerous.
That's spot on, man. You have to see it to believe it. Could I say something about that? That was one of my favorite scenes from that episode, Jared, because the flashbacks they were using were with the conversation between Reiner and Eren and what Falco observed, right? So he didn't actually see it, but he heard about it,
right,
from two people who were there,
right?
So even that couldn't change Gabi's mind, right? So you do actually a lot of times have to, like you said, see it to believe it.
Yeah.
Like Falco, I feel like what he was hearing and seeing before him was starting to chip away at him and starting to make him realize the larger picture.
Right.
But it's not powerful enough.
Yeah.
Great point.
And then just a few more points. Colt was witness to Gabi and Falco going up into the airship.
Yeah.
And I feel like this may be important moving forward. We'll see what story he tells the Marleyan higher-ups. And if there's any attempt by the Marleyans to recover Gabi or Falco.
Yeah.
You know, because Colt, he could go back and say, yeah, they went up willingly, you know, and I don't know if that would change things, but it'd be a different story than they were kidnapped.
Interesting. What would be his incentive to say they went up willingly?
There really wouldn't be an incentive.
Yeah.
Right? There would be an incentive to say they were kidnapped because all along, you know, they've been trying to frame this image of parody as devils and, you know, get the entire world against them. But Colt, Jordan, he seems like a good guy.
He seems like a good dude.
So I don't know if he would lie or tell the truth. I really don't know.
And that's Falco's brother. So like, yeah, he must be really conflicted, and I would imagine he just wants them back. He just wants his brother back.
Yeah, and I can imagine and predict that very early on, we may see them go after Gabi and Falco. Right? I don't think they're gonna wait long.
Okay,
I could be wrong. 2 more points. Again, as you had mentioned, Peak, when referring to Yelena, said the soldier was a devout follower of Zeke.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah. Something was going on there.
Yeah.
Right. And then final point about Zeke, Jordan. For me, he may have redeemed a little piece of himself with this stint. Right. I'm interested to learn how far it goes back and how both sides communicated with each other in order to pull this off. But again, we've grown a little bit of resentment and anger towards Zeke based on him being the Beast Titan and supposedly trying to kill everybody on Parity.
Right.
But if in fact he is on Team Parity, then he's gained a piece of respect back in my book.
Fantastic points. That's interesting that you say how far it goes back.
Yes.
Because when we think about a lot of the different scenes of Zeke on Parity interacting with the Eldians, mainly the scouts, there was the scene where he had the little ODM gear and he truly seemed like he didn't know about it. So I wonder if he had no knowledge at that point. But then I think of the scene where it's the face-off between Levi and Zeke, Erwin and Zeke, and he's just standing over there. I wonder if that also was improv, or if that was real.
Yeah,
because that seemed pretty goddamn real to me, Jer. Because a whole lot of lives were lost, right?
Right, and then the cart Titan came and scooped him up at the exact right time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But again, a lot of lives were lost in this battle too. And from what we learned, a portion of that was improv as well, Jared.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the point.
I'm ready.
Maybe that's the point. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like even the audience can't believe what they see at times.
Yeah.
And it starts to mess with our minds, just like the different propaganda and truths that both sides are told.
Yeah.
Right? So we would have never imagined that Zeke and Levi's face off in, was it the last episode we watched?
I think so, yeah.
Was acting. And then Zeke would be on the airship.
Yeah.
So I think we have to pay close attention to everything that's going on and try to see the larger picture as much as we can.
Yeah.
Because if we don't, we'll get swept up in a narrative that is complete improv.
And I know a lot of our patrons have been trying to tell us the same thing. Yeah.
All right, Jared. So we only have 2 comments to read today. We're going to keep it short and then jump into this next episode. So let's hear from our patrons, man.
All right. So the first comment comes to us from our lovely patron, Winifred. And Winifred writes, honestly, the scariest moment for me in this episode was when Eren was brutally using one person to brutally kill another. The scene of him gulping the blood of the Warhammer Titan was pretty barbaric as well. It just made me think that the Eren we used to know is really gone. Oof.
Yeah.
We don't really know what his mindset is at this time, but he obviously sees civilian death as a necessary evil to get what he wants, which seems to be revenge right now. Also, that wasn't Historia that you saw, it was Armin. The airship was over him when he got out of his Titan, so he must have gotten into the ship. Okay. Yeah, we're going to try to nail this Armin Yelena thing down.
Historia too. We love to call Armin Historia.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never saw him get on the ship, so
Right.
that was another aspect of things. We thought he was still out there.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Winifred.
Yeah, thank you, Winifred. Okay, the last comment here that we have today comes from our patron, Lizzie Monton. And Lizzie writes, these episodes are so emotionally draining because we have been cheering for the Eldians through 4 seasons, and now we also got to see the other side of the story and started to question everything. All the deaths, suffering, and pain of these children from both sides of the sea that were forced to be involved in an adult's war. That's what's going on here, Jared.
Yeah.
We keep saying it over and over again, but these are child soldiers. They are fighting a war for adults. And the Marleyans are using the children as weapons.
Yeah.
Essentially. But yeah, Lizzie's exactly right. Both sides of the sea were forced to be involved in this war. Children from both sides of the sea.
Yeah. And I wonder, right, if we were not introduced to the world of Marley, right, and we see Eren and all the scouts make their way over the sea and just start fighting the Marleyans, how would we feel? Right? I don't know. I wonder if we would still be, oh, team Eren, let's go. These are the people who've been cracking the wall and killing your mother. Or if we'd be like, wait, they look like humans. Wait, that's civilians. You know?
Yeah. Wait, so you said if we only saw the scouts or people from Parody coming over to fight humans on Marley.
Right. If we hadn't been introduced to the world of Marley, right? Learned about characters like Gabby, Falco, Colt. Right. And we just saw Eren and the crew cross the sea and start fighting.
Yeah.
I think we'd be even more conflicted than we are right now.
Yeah, there's so many different ways that things could have gone.
Yeah.
And like Jared, they could create endless spin-offs.
Oh yeah.
Of Attack on Titan with just like Gabby serving as, and I think one of our patrons mentioned this, Gabby, what if Gabby served as the Attack Titan? What if it was her?
Yeah.
And we learned all about her and the people on Marley, and then they went over to Parody to attack.
Right.
There's so many different ways it could have gone, and it's interesting thinking about them.
And just one more thing on my mind right now. Like you've mentioned this in the past. Who were the predecessors?
Yeah.
To all these Titans.
Yeah.
Right? And what are their stories?
Yeah, we know of a few, I think.
Yeah.
Kruger.
Yeah. And I
Rudy.
assume that a lot of the memories of the predecessor Titans are now within those who currently hold the power. Right? So like someone like Eren, he may hold 3 full generations of memories for 3 different Titans.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof. I wonder what's going to open up for him once he accesses Laura's memories.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, great point, man. All right. Please, everybody, keep writing into us. We only have 2 today, but we'll try to get through a few more during our next recording session. Jared, are you ready to jump into episode number 68, aka episode 9 of season 4, and it's titled Brave Volunteers.
Let's go.
And I can't help but see, I think this is our guy Onyankopan on the cover here.
Okay.
What's up, brother? Jared, let's jump in. Here we go. Enjoy, everybody.
Let's go.
Three years ago.
And he was holding the conch shell.
Yeah,
right
from
there.
the sea.
Oh.
Oh, Eren. Damn, that man
so
is
reminiscent
carrying...
of Kruger.
Yep, when he broke that ship. Holy.
Of course, that's Hanji.
Oh my goodness.
Freaking terrified.
Niccolo. Oh. Oh.
Oh boy.
He's the one that dropped him off, right? That idea, buddy. Oh, crab. Yelena.
Ah, Yelena shot him.
Yelena.
They look shocked.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So maybe that's what the title infers?
What's the title again?
Brave Volunteers?
Ah.
Okay.
Interesting. So it wasn't, at least that part wasn't planned, right?
Oh, it didn't seem like it.
Yeah, there wasn't any correspondence beforehand.
Yelena does look a lot like Armin, I must say.
Oh yeah, especially with the cut.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. La 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 la. Come on.
Let's go. Brave Volunteers. Oh, so nice to see Sasha again, man. The hell?
Analyzing their weapons.
Oh, this is invaluable information.
Yeah.
1 million. Brother, man.
They're just willingly sharing information.
Right. Why though?
Yeah.
主に理由は2つ。1つは島に放った無垢の巨人が最新鋭の兵器をもってしても未だ超障害であること。マーレがエルディア人を壁の中に幽閉するための政策でしたが、逆に進軍からエルディアを守る存在になっていたのです。
Okay.
そいつは笑える。しかし、もうすぐ夜が明け、巨人が活動する頃。
Wow. Just that point right there that Yelena said, Jordan. Right? They, referring to the pure titans, correct?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
They, the pure titans, were used as a tool to confine Eldians within the walls. But in turn, they've protected Eldia from invasion.
It's irony right there.
Right? They've done that, and as we've said, they've prepared.
Yep.
Paradis, right? The Eldians, for all that was to come in the future.
That's right, and you said that during our discussion, I believe.
Crazy.
They know a whole lot, man.
Yeah.
島の巨人をすべて殺してしまうということでしょうか。だったらどうする？なんとかしてマーレに伝えるか。
So Levi doesn't fully trust them yet.
Yeah.
いや、素晴らしい。
Wow.
期待以上だ。2つ目の理由は、
Yeah.
現在マーレは複数の国と戦争状態にあり、
Mm.
パラディ島どころではないというわけです。
Yep.
あなた方はマーレが誇る戦士隊を打ち負かし、さらに超大型巨人、女型の巨人といった主力兵器を奪った。マーレは敵の多い国ですので、諸外国は瞬く間に団結し、戦争の火蓋が切られたのです。するとあなた方はマーレに恨みを持つ亡国の民であり、マーレ軍に潜入する諜報員のようなものなのか。お、当たり？やっぱりマーレに背くからにはそれなりの動機と後ろ盾がないとね。情報などと呼べるような代物ではありません。マーレに故郷を奪われ、兵士として徴用された我々はとても悲劇で、あの大国に抗う気概が失われつつありました。彼に導く
Zeke.
マーレや世界の人々は悪魔と呼んで恐れる巨人。私には全く別のものに見えた。神です。無力な私たちに希望を見せてくれました。私たちはジーク・イエーガーの命を受け上官を受け。
Oh, so Zeke had ordered that.
その目的は全エルディア人
Wow.
の解放。
I'm going to pause that real quick. Anti-Marleyan volunteers.
And our goal is to free the Eldian people.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. I want to hear our guy Onyankapan speak a little bit. Interesting.
We shot our superiors, she says. Wow.
全ては生存が危ぶまれるエルディア人の救済を求める。論外だ。そんなバカな話に乗るものか。相手は獣の巨人だぞ。長子村の村民を巨人に変え、壁内を恐怖に陥れ、調査兵団を壊滅寸前まで殺戮した張本人がそう抜かしたのか。奴らの目的は終始一貫して始祖の巨人のだ。
That's the story.
Right.
力ずくがダメなら口八丁手八丁尽くせと言わんばかり。それは敵さんも承知のはず。まずは団長殿の話を聞こうではないか。ジーク曰くエルディア人の問題を一挙に解決する秘策がある。 その秘策を行う条件として必要なものが始祖の巨人と王家の血を引く巨人。二つが揃えば世界は救われる。
Come on now, that's what we like to hear.
その秘策を明かせるのは条件が
Ooh, okay.
聞くに大変。随分と低く見積もられたものだな。それは本当です。思い出したんです。
His memories.
俺が一度だけ始祖の巨人の力を
Yeah, he touched Dinah.
血を引く巨人と接触した瞬間でした。その巨人は父の妻であったダイナ・フリッツに違いありません。
Yeah.
ダイナの息子であるジークは解明したのでしょう。不戦のちぎりを出し抜くす。
Ah.
我々エルディア人に残された唯一の希望。壁に潜む幾千万もの巨人で世界を
Ah.
地ならしの発動条件。お前、どうして今までそんなことを黙っていやがった。ヒストリアの身を案じたからです。
Mm-hmm.
俺の不確かな情報で巨人にさせるわけにはいかないと言っていました。
And we saw his concern about that.
挑みます。後でじっくり聞こう。
しかしそれが本当だとするとジークの秘策に筋が
正気か。うちも信用する気か。そうだ。敵兵を大勢島に止めておけば何があるか知れないぞ。全員縛り首にすべきだ。
いえ、そうもいきません。マーレの調査船からこの島を守るためには義勇兵の力が必要なのです。
To protect the island from all these scout ships, we need volunteers.
こちら第二次調査船だ。よかった。船が破損して。
ずっと
すぐに向かう。あの兵だな。我々の規模か。安心しろ。2隻の調査船で向かっている。
Unreal.
Oh my
Unreal.
gosh.
Leading them into a trap. Here. Oh my
Armin?
goodness. And it gives Armin and them time to practice, right?
Yeah.
This was 3 years ago, right? We were told.
汚れた悪魔の汚らわしい島へようこそ。豚のしょんべんでよろしければ。断ってもいいが、上陸許可は下りない。
Oh.
悪いが泳いで帰って。
Look at all of them with their hands up, Jordan.
Yeah.
あの頃は楽しかった。
Wow.
確かに僕たちエルディア人は世界から恐れられ憎まれている。まだ顔も知らない海の向こうにいる人たちから。でも海の向こうにいる人たちは敵だけじゃなかった。そして世界はずっと複雑で知らないことだらけだった。ところでウニャンポコンはなんで肌が黒いのですか？
Sasha.
俺たちを作ったやつはこう考えた。
That's what I'm talking
I
about.
like that. I like that.
That's right. That's the only correct answer anytime anyone asks you, why do you have dark skin?
Yeah.
Even kids.
Yeah.
Like, that's the answer. It's more interesting with a mix of people. That's what our creator thought. I love that.
なんで肌が黒いの？
It was almost as if he had that tucked away. Like he's had to use that one before.
Yeah, he probably has.
俺たちを作ったやつはこう考えた。いろんなやつがいた方が面白いってな。
That's right.
君たちユミルの民も同じさ。俺たちは
Ooh.
求められたから
Preach.
誰が僕らを作ったの？
始祖ユミルに力を与えた存在。
God.
そう考えるやつもいる。
Ah,
考えるだけなら自由だろ。
I like him.
Yeah.
なんだよこの料理。これ食えんのか。
Oh, man.
海の幸は
Because they've never seen seafood before, Jared.
なんだよこの料理。
The hell is this food?
生臭そう。
海の幸は初めてですか？ニコロはマーレ料理の達人なんですよ。
嫌なら食うなよエルディア人。お前ら
Look at Sasha. Look at Sasha.
Oh, she's gonna love it. Oh,
not how you
snap.
eat it, though. It's
Oh,
not how you
snap.
eat it.
Shell and all.
Oh, she got it. She got it. She can't resist. Hey, that's better than any meat she's ever had in her life.
Yeah.
I feel you, Sasha.
I think Connie's digging in too.
Where's Connie at? Oh. There's nothing better than a good lobster tail.
Wow. Okay. I'm just gonna pause real quick. This makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
Right? The Marleyans, the volunteers, came over and assisted the scouts tremendously.
Yeah.
Right? Introduced them to an entirely new world.
Mm-hmm.
And that explains, at least partially, why they are so powerful. Right? Why their entrance into Marley was so powerful.
The Eldians on parody.
Yeah.
The scouts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Beautiful.
Think about if the volunteers never arrived or agreed to work with Hanji and them. Think about that.
They may have never been able to cross the sea.
Right. Right.
Because this also would explain how they were able to develop an airship.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Let's go back a little bit.
Look.
Oh, that's right. Jared, if only.
Yeah.
Let's just go back and repeat that. This is what we've been talking about for 70 episodes, or whatever episode, 68, 70 episodes. Our guy Armin says, it went bad at first, neither side trusted the other. But given enough time, if we set aside our labels and see each other as people, we can understand each other.
Yeah.
That is what went on between these new characters and the characters on parody.
Yeah.
That is what should go on with every single person in the world, and it doesn't. But it's so beautiful to finally see a glimpse of that, at least.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're getting different shades of characters. It's just, I love when I see diversity, and not only diversity of character, diversity of opinion.
Yeah.
Acceptance. Right? And I appreciate how Armin's narrating this for us.
I mean, this picture right here just encapsulates it all.
Yeah.
Right? This was MLK's dream.
Oh, shit.
This was MLK's dream right here.
MLK may have thought that there might be a few more brothers, but
yeah,
we can work with one for now.
One directly in the middle. Come on now.
Yeah. But I'm sorry, one last thing. What Onyankapan said, I forget verbatim, but he said, we're all unique or something.
Yeah.
Just like Eldians.
Yeah.
Just like you all. That's why we were created.
Yeah.
Anyway, a lot of love going on in this episode.
Ooh, good question.
So at this point, he's got less than 3 years.
Yeah.
Damn.
Diplomacy.
Eren ain't hearing that.
そうだ。時間を稼ぐためには手出しできねえようにしてやるんだ。
Oh, look at that. Almost forgot about that for a minute.
僕たちは正しかったのかな。もしかしたら別の道があったんじゃないか。そればかり考えてしまう。僕誰よりもエレンを理解しているつもりだった。ミカサよりも。でももうわからない。
Ooh.
That's eerie.
It's true.
Right? We know Armin is the diplomat. Right? And it seemed like Eren was just, when he was holding that gun, he's ready to rumble. Pun intended. Right? And I wonder if, they're talking about rumbling, right? Use the rumbling within the walls, right? Release the Titans.
Yeah.
I wonder if that happened or not.
When? Oh,
Right.
you mean in order for them to get over to...
Right.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've seen that yet.
Okay. Any takeaways from this first half?
I liked it. Like I said, I like when we see scenes where you use the word diplomacy, negotiation, working together. That's the world I want to see.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, like Eren says, that's not how most people view Eldians. They don't want to work with them. They don't have time for that. So therefore, Eren ain't got no time for that either. They got to buy themselves time. And unfortunately, we saw what they had to do to buy themselves some time, Jared. I feel like that's what war is. You just buying yourself some time so your nation doesn't get destroyed.
Yeah.
There's always that chance for negotiation. As long as Armin's alive. As long as certain characters are still around. But I really liked it. I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed also the flashback. Them taking us back and, like you said, teaching us about how the Eldians on Parity, the scouts, learned about this advanced warfare, these guns, the airships, the port, all of this stuff, the seafood. Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to Sasha. What'd you think, man?
Great points. I think it took incredible bravery and courage, right, on the part of Nicolo, Yelena, and Anya Kopan, or however you pronounce his name.
Yeah, we got to get that right.
To turn, right? They freaking put guns to their fellow warrior, Marleyan soldiers, whatever, their heads.
Yeah.
Right? Trick them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and that is the reason why we're here right now. So, shout out to the three of them. I know the story's not over yet, so we'll see if they stick with the team, but incredible courage on their part.
Absolutely.
All right, we have an information available for public disclosure. It says Scout Fleet formed to investigate Parody Island after the operation to retake the founding Titan had failed. The first fleet embarked in 851. Over the following 3 years, approximately 4,600 soldiers aboard a total of 32 scout ships and destroyers were sent to Parody Island. However, not a single one has returned to Marley to this day.
Oh my goodness.
Insane.
Oh my goodness.
Insane.
And we saw Yelena and Onyankopan. Brother. I'm calling him brother from now on.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
He may take offense to that, but you can do that.
I don't think he will. I think he'll understand. We saw them luring one of these scout fleets in, calling out distress signals, saying, we're stuck. So I imagine they did that to a lot of the fleets. Or how many fleets were there that came over?
They said 32 scout ships.
32 scout ships.
And destroyers were sent to Parody Island.
They're just like, boop, 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 come over here. Welcome to the Devil's Land, the Devil's Island. You want some tea?
Not a single one has returned. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. You ready to continue?
I am. I wonder how Gabi and Falco are doing in present day.
Yeah.
Because we're being bounced back and forth, but I'm curious about them.
Yeah.
But yeah, you ready?
Hell yeah.
All right, let's finish it off, everybody. Here we go. Mikasa.
Is it a Falco? Is it Falco? Who is it? Nicolo. Wow, so Nicolo must have developed a relationship with Sasha. Not romantic.
ただの女の子じゃない訓練されていた
Gabby. Hey,
Wow.
that's all she wanted. Sasha and I were like twins.
They were.
That's what Connie just said?
Yeah. Like half of me is gone.
Oh, it's her father.
Wow. Oh yes.
This is so beautiful.
Oh boy.
It's too much, man, because he's a Marleyan, former Marleyan, right? So like saying that to Sasha's father and him accepting that. There's too much love going on in this episode for me to handle. There's Zeke. Ooh.
お前の言う秘策とやらが本物なら切り刻むのを少し待ってみろ。俺はどちらでも構わん。寛大なお言葉に感謝いたします。だが俺をエレンと合わせるのが先だろ。そう急ぐ。お前に最上級のホテルを用意した。
Oh, snap.
まずはそこでゆっくり休んで。
In jail?
In a basement somewhere.
睨むのやめてくれないか。
マーレから奪ってきた巨人化の薬はこれで全てです。しかし複製は困難でしょう。
いや、これだけあれば十分であろう。本当に何と感謝を申し上げればよいことか。
Yeah.
諸君らには借りしかない。無知な我々を希望へと導いてくれた。諸君らの勇姿を疑うことは悪魔の修行に等しく思う。
この3年間エルディア人の友人であることを証明してきたつもりでした。残念です。私たちが持ち込んだこの銃はエルディア人に自由をもたらす銃なの。
Yeah, they've got guns pointed at them, Jar.
Well, I mean, Jared, I'm sorry to pause again, but you have to think, like,
Cautiousness.
I mean, you can't ever let your guard down.
Right.
They could be saying exactly what they know the Eldians want to hear and go along with all these plans, and then that moment comes where it's like, it's over.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. They have given him a lot of information, though.
であることを証明してきたつもりでした。残念です。私たちが持ち込んだこの銃がエルディア人に自由をもたらす銃なの。
虫のいい話ですまんが、我々の弱さにしばしの間だけ目をつぶってくれるか。ジークに風をかけぬわけにはいかんのだ。
構いませんよ、ピクシス氏。すぐにまた我々と食卓を囲む日が来ますから。
俺のホテル、これ？
何か不満でもあるのか。巨大児の森だ。これ以上お前にふさわしいものは
立体軌道でたくさん遊べそうだしな。なあ、リヴァイ兵長。ガビとファルコにもこの雄大な自然を見せてやりたいんだ。
ガキが雄大な自然を拝めるかどうかお前次第。
Ooh. I feel bad for Falco, man. Can't be too big for Falco.
Oh, she's still got a lot of hatred.
一人でもやるつもりだった。エレンに協力しても見放しても最悪の選択になっただろう。とにかく大勢の人間を殺した。戦艦も軍人も民間人も全てを巻き込んで突然全てを奪った。でもこの軍港が健在だったらすぐさまマーレ軍はこの島に報復攻撃しただろう。僕の道は断たれてけどしかなかった。あの日の君たちのように。
Oh, Annie, are you okay?
何か答えてよ。勝てなきゃし勝てば生きる。
戦わなければ勝てない。戦え。
Oh, Tatake. Can we watch that back real
Yeah,
quick?
yeah.
Because Mikasa said, fight or die, win and live. And then Eren said, the only way to win is to fight. Ooh. So he ain't talking about death, he ain't talking about living, he's talking about the only way to win is to fight.
Yeah. What an episode.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, we've been asking all this time, right? How were they able to gain all this insight, knowledge, and advancement?
Yeah.
Right? We have our reason. And then we saw Zeke in the carriage with Levi.
Yeah.
Right? Still not, still a lot of cautiousness in the air.
Yep.
On both parties' parts, but more so on Levi's. Yeah, a lot of flashbacks in this episode.
Yes, sir.
But the moment here at the end, Jordan, Armin said Eren would have done it alone. Eren would have done it alone. Ooh. That's a powerful line. Because he's exactly right. And literally all of Parody is in the hands of Eren. So if the scouts did not come to protect Eren and fight with him, who knows what would have happened. What happens when they retake the Founding Titan, Jordan? Parody's wiped out. So like the scouts and Parody had no other choice but to pursue and fight with Eren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think at one point Armin admitted that he doesn't know Eren anymore.
Yeah.
Like he used to. Yeah, the characters have changed They've grown. And I don't want to say they've grown cold, but I think a side effect of war is that you have to harden up. No pun intended. You have to harden, or else, like Eren says here at the end, you won't win. You won't win, man. They've been putting in that work to win. They've been putting in this work to win.
Yeah, and it's interesting here at the end to see Armin talking to Annie.
Holy!
Right? I wonder if Annie can hear, understand, or process anything that Armin is saying.
Yeah. Didn't he say something like, Annie, please say something?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, overall, this was a great episode, and it tugged at the heartstrings because we're seeing cooperation between two sides that for a very, very long time up to this point, we have not seen much cooperation at all.
Yeah.
And even Zeke is working with his fellow Eldians on parity.
Yeah.
Even Zeke. And I hope his secret plan really does come to fruition and it's not just like an ulterior motive for him. Because I don't know who to believe or what to believe anymore, brother.
Yeah.
I truly don't. But thinking about this 3-year flashback, which was most of this episode, I believe, and like comparing that to present day, it seems like characters like Yelena and Onyankopan and probably a few others stuck around.
Yeah.
Because they were on that airship headed to Marley and back from Marley. So they've been working side by side for a long time.
Yeah.
Zeke too. Yeah.
All right, a lot of information in this episode. Thankfully, not a lot of blatant destruction.
I know.
Death and wiping out people's homes. But, the more these episodes pile up, the more we have to be cautious about death right around the corner.
Well, we know that by now. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this episode with the both of us. We hope you enjoyed it. Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. How did you feel about the plans that the scouts and the Eldians on parity were able to put together with the help of these anti-Marleyan volunteers? These brave volunteers. That was the title of this episode. Let us know your thoughts. We'll see you again very soon.
We love you. Do not forget, be kind.
Keep an open mind, everybody.
Peace.